What she really wanted to ask was, how is Grant? She didn't, but held her breath and hoped he'd say something, anything about his older brother, who'd avoided her like the plague since she'd returned nearly a month ago.
Everyone is great. Amy is in the diner with my other daughter, Millie, getting hot chocolate.
His eyes turned soft with sympathy.
Sorry about your grandmother.
Thank you, she whispered, trying not to think about how alone she felt now that she lost her grandmother. Raised in this small Colorado town, after her parents died tragically in Kansas when a tornado ripped through their neighborhood, she adored the woman who took her in and loved her with her whole heart and always made her feel safe and never alone. Home again, she felt out of place. Old friends felt like strangers after so many years.
How are things at the grocery store and ranch? He asked.
I'm making repairs and upgrades. Grandma left some things undone over the last couple years. I should have come back more often.
Too busy building your career after college, I guess.
You get lost in work. The days go by, and before you know it, years have passed. Look at you. I come back and you're a husband and father of 2, all grown up.
It happens. What about you? Did you get married?
Not even close, she admitted, thinking again about Grant and what they'd shared. It had never been anything more than a one-night stand. For him. The ache in her chest swelled. No, she'd never found anyone who made her feel like he did. Which is why every guy came and went in her life like they walked through a revolving door.
Well, judging by the buzz around town, everyone knows you're back, even if you have been keeping to yourself. I'm sure you won't spend too many nights home alone.
Nothing wrong with a quiet evening, especially when you work as much as I do.
I heard you kept your job and set up an office in the grocery store. I don't know how you do it. 2 full-time jobs, plus fixing up your grandmother's place?
I've got good people working the store, and I enjoy fixing up the house and property. It's not so bad.
Judging by the car you've been racing around town in, you must be doing pretty well for yourself.
Embarrassed, she only smiled. She loved the Porsche. The one splurge she allowed herself when success finally came at the end of several years of struggling to make the business profitable.
So, what is it you do? He asked.
I work for a marketing company doing graphic arts. Computer programming, stuff like that. Seth gave her another of his famous smiles.
Stuff like that, huh? I heard you own half that business and it's booming.
We do okay. In college, her roommate majored in marketing. She'd majored in computer graphics design and programming. They started their own website, making advertising materials for small businesses. Soon, the business grew, and they hired a few employees. Now, they had 27 staff members, plus her and Carrie. Taylor could work anywhere, especially since Carrie kept the office running like a machine. She missed her friend these last few weeks and hoped to make a trip back to Denver soon. Once things settled down here in Fallbrook, she'd commute back and forth as needed, maybe spending a couple days a week in Denver. She'd have to find someone to take care of the horses at the ranch before she could even think about leaving for an extended period of time. Again, she thought of Grant. Neighbors, in any other circumstance, she'd simply ask him to take care of the horses in her absence. Not in this case. She couldn't face him. Obviously, they weren't meant to share anything more than one night together. He'd made that clear when he refused to speak to her about it, sent her on her way, and literally mounted up, turned his back on her, and rode away.
You always were a quiet one. Maybe that's why we always got along so well. You never ran your mouth a mile a minute like all the other girls.
Mommy talks all the time. Seth rolled his eyes.
Yes, she does.
Things are good for you. You've got the 2 girls, and I hear you're still working at the family ranch.
Grant runs the place. I'm just the hired help.
Seth made it sound like a joke, but Taylor understood. Grant had always been the serious one, looking after his younger brother and the ranch when their father left them and their mother in the middle of the night. Grant became the man of the house at 14 and took his responsibilities seriously. When their father left, chasing dreams and a younger skirt, the ranch had been in financial ruin, but somehow Grant turned things around. Town gossip confirmed the ranch